think we will go ahead and get started. My name is Abby, for those of you that I haven't met before. Thank you so much for being here today. Before we begin, I just want to offer a gentle reminder that I am simply your guide today. You are your own best teacher, so if there are any poses or prompts that do not feel good to you today, please listen to your own body. As you begin to settle in, let's go ahead and take 3 cleansing breaths together. So inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And one more inhale to expand the body. And exhale, let everything go. Allow the weight of your body to melt into the support of the earth. And now just gently deepen the breath by inviting it into the belly. If your breath feels a bit rushed or tight in this moment, know that that is okay. Just begin to slow down and savor your inhalations and your exhalations. Lately, I have neglected my need to feel grounded and have had to remind myself to slow down and ask my body what it needs. So today I want to welcome in the energy of Earth and her natural ability to heal. Her gentle reminder that taking time to listen to the inner workings of our bodies is so important. So as we move through practice, I will be encouraging slower movements, some moments of silence, so that we can tap into the grounding energy that already exists within us. Take a few more deep breaths here. We will go ahead and get started. I'm going to have you start lying down, so you can just stay as you are. If you're lying on any props, you can go ahead and move those out of the way. All right, and then once you're ready, Both legs can be long, and you're gonna take the right knee in towards the chest, and you can clasp the hands just above the knee if you'd like. Stay here for a moment. On your exhale, allow the knee to come into the chest just a little bit more, just to where it feels comfortable to you. Perfect. And then still holding on to that knee just with the right hand. Let's go ahead and take that knee just out to the side. Again, just to where it feels comfortable to your body today. Again, send the breath down into the belly, into the hips. Feel that stretch in the front of the left hip. Perfect. And then you can go ahead and bring that knee back in, and we're going to send it all the way over the side body for a supine twist. And here you can scoot the left hip in towards the center of the mat a little bit to kind of help align the hips. That might make the twist feel a little better in the body, but just play around, see what feels best to you. Here, inhale into the low body and allow the exhale to deepen your twist rather than forcing the body. Arms can come out wide to a T if that feels okay. I find that that's a little sensitive on my shoulders, so I kind of just keep the arms in close to the body. All right, and then you can go ahead and bring that knee back in, center yourself on your mat, let the legs go long, and then notice if there's any difference in that right hip. Maybe notice if it feels a little longer, a little looser. And we're just going to take that on the other side. So you can bring the left knee into the chest. Again, clasp the hands over the top of that left knee. First inhale, and then allow your exhale to bring the knee in closer. And then again, we'll take that left knee out to the side, just as far as feels comfortable, supporting the knee and the hip with that left hand. And this time, feeling a stretch on that right front hip. And then we're going to take that knee all the way over for a nice supine twist. And again, you can scoot that right hip in towards the center of the mat if that feels good for you. Again, don't force your body to twist. Allow the exhale to deepen the twist to your comfortable edge. Twists are so wonderful for keeping the spine happy and healthy, clearing any stuck energy. Right, perfect. And then we're gonna go ahead and you can just kind of roll the torso to meet that knee on the right side and come into a fetal position. And then take a pause here And once it feels comfortable, you can press up and we'll meet in a nice comfortable seat. You're just gonna come into a cross-legged position. I'm gonna be sitting up on a block just because that helps me find a lot more space in my hips and my low back. So you can do the same if you'd like, or just however you feel comfortable. Right. And then to start, let's inhale the hands all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the arms down kind of into this cactus position. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to your cactus arms. On the way down, you can think about pulling the shoulder blades in towards one another to kind of help open the chest and engage the arms a little bit. Just take this here at your own pace just to start. Perfect. And then we're going to keep with this motion, but on the way down next time, we're going to take a little bit of a twist. So as you come down with those cactus arms, just twist to the right, to the left, whatever. Inhale all the way back up to neutral, and then exhale, take that twist on the other side. And again, just twisting to your comfortable edge. Does not have to be a big twist at all. Perfect, just a few more rounds. All right, and then inhale the arms back up one more time. And exhale, you could just let the hands go back down into the lap. And then here, we're just gonna take some nice neck circles. So you can just kind of draw a circle with the nose, as big or as small. This feels comfortable to your neck today. You can also take half circles. And switch directions if you like. If you find a sore spot in the neck, you can kind of stay there and breathe into that spot. Perfect. Right. And then we'll just come back to neutral. And next, you're going to inhale the hands out wide to a T. And as you exhale, you're going to round the back and then kind of come into a hug here with yourself. And then inhale, open the arms out wide again. You can kind of open the chest too a little bit, kind of like a cat-cow movement. And then exhale, come back in. Inhale, open wide. Maybe look up. And exhale to contract and come back into this hug. A few more rounds. We'll inhale one more time out wide. And exhale, come back into this hug. And this time, just stay here for a moment. Just notice how this feels. It's okay if it feels a little weird at first. But just notice how it feels to be in your own embrace for just a moment. Perfect. Then we can go ahead and let that go when you're ready. We're gonna meet in a tabletop position. And you can bring a blanket underneath the knees. If you have a little bit of sensitivity in the knees, that can be really nice. All right, perfect. And then here, let's go ahead and take a cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, look forward. And exhale, round the back into your cat. Once again, inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale into your cat. And then a couple more rounds of this on your own. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead, come back to a neutral spine. And here we're going to lift that left knee up off the ground, bring it forward, and then out for like a hip circle movement. Yeah. Just take a few here. Think about pressing the ground away from you and looking forward from your hands about 1 or 2 feet to have a nice long line in the spine. You could take it in the other direction. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and extend that left leg. Toes can come down to the ground. And then here, you're going to kind of kickstand those right toes out to the side. Shift onto the inner edge of that left foot and inhale that left arm up towards the sky for a supported side plank. Perfect. Remember to breathe here. Perfect. And then exhale, you can bring that left hand back down, and that left knee can come back underneath the hip. And we're just going to take that on the other side. So we'll start with those hip circles with the right knee this time. Yeah. Take it in one direction and then the other. Again, think about looking forward slightly of your hands. And then we'll extend that right leg, bring the toes down to the ground. And then we'll kind of kickstand those left toes out, shift onto the inner edge of that right foot. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Perfect. Awesome. And then we'll go ahead and bring that right hand back down. Right knee can come back underneath the hip. And then here, just take a movement of your choice. You can take child's pose, cat-cow. You can roll the wrists, whatever would feel good to you. Right, and then we're gonna meet in a downward dog, and make sure that you have your blocks up by the front of the mat to where they're gonna be easy to grab. Right, and then we'll step up into a down dog. You can pedal out the feet here, or you can stay still, whatever would feel good to you. Right, and then we're gonna inhale that right leg up to the sky for a 3-legged dog. And we're gonna bring the knee into the chest and then step that right foot forward. Yeah, and then go ahead and lower the left knee. Perfect. Grab onto your blocks. Just to start, just to see how it feels for you. I personally like to have my blocks up on the highest setting just because I have pretty tight hamstrings, and so this gives me a lot more space, but you can do whatever setting would feel good to you. So if you find that you maybe need a little bit more stability here, you can play with widening the stance a bit. And think about hugging the body in towards the midline to help you find some of that stability. First, we're just going to inhale, open the chest, look forward. And as you exhale, shift the hips back, straighten that right leg as much as it feels comfortable. And you can walk the blocks back with you too. Perfect. And then inhale, we're going to come back forward, open the chest, look forward or up. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the right leg. And we're just going to flow here at your own pace. Inhaling to look forward. And then exhaling to shift back. Perfect. And then the next time you're forward, you're going to keep that left hand planted on a block or the ground, and you're going to inhale that right arm up towards the sky for a nice little twist. And then exhale, bring it back down. And then here, we'll just step that right knee back. You can let go of the blocks for a second, but keep them up towards the front of the mat, yeah. Come back up to our down dog. Inhale that left leg up to the sky, and then bring the knee in towards the chest. Step that left foot forward. Lower the right knee. Again, grab onto the blocks. You don't have to use the blocks if you don't want to. I just find it's really nice in this pose. Again, inhale, we'll sink forward, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, shift back. Again, walk the blocks with you if that feels nice. And there's no need to rush this movement. Give yourself time to experience both the expanding and the contracting. Perfect. All right, and then the next time you're forward, we'll keep that right palm planted and inhale the left arm up towards the sky for a twist. Perfect, and then you can let that go. And then we'll step the knee back. And again, here, take a nice movement of your choice. Take a child's pose, cat-cow. We're gonna meet in a down dog. So whenever you feel ready to get there. All right, and then once you're there, you're going to look forward and walk the feet up to meet your hands. And then here we're in a forward fold. Going to inhale, come up to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, slowly, carefully. We're gonna come all the way up to standing. You can inhale the hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring them to heart center. Perfect. And then once again, we'll inhale the hands all the way up. And exhale, bring it back down to our forward fold. Right, and then this time we're going to step the left foot back. Lower the left knee. I'm gonna grab onto those blocks again, but this time we're going to bring both of them to the inside of that right foot. And then here, you can widen the stance a little bit. And you're going to turn the toes at an angle facing that right upper corner of the mat. Yeah. Kind of in a lizard pose here. Again, you can find what setting feels best to you on the blocks. And notice how this angle feels on the hips and the knee. You can adjust accordingly if something doesn't feel too good. But we're just gonna stay here for a moment. Inhale deep down into the belly and exhale out through the mouth if that feels nice. Only sink into the hips as much as feels comfortable to you. Perfect. And then to come out of this, we will point the toes forward again. Bring them in just a little bit closer, and then you can frame the foot this time. Step it back into your tabletop position, and then we'll come up into a down dog again. And then look forward, walk towards your hands. Perfect. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale slowly all the way up. Can come to heart center. Take a moment here. Just find your footing. Take a breath. All right, inhale the hands all the way up towards the sky again. Exhale to your forward fold. And then this time we will step the right foot back, lower the right knee, grab onto your blocks. And then again, we'll widen the stance just a bit and then turn the toes to face towards that upper left corner of the mat. And then the blocks can come on the inside of that left foot again. Perfect. And again, just breathe here. Adjust accordingly if anything doesn't feel too good in the body. Only sink into the hips as much as feels comfortable. And here, think about kind of, again, pressing away from the ground rather than sinking into the shoulders. Yeah. Just breathe. Giving your body time to breathe into poses is so great and helping the mind slow down. I often struggle with just staying still in poses because I'm always looking for what's next. So giving yourself time here is really wonderful. All right, and then we'll go ahead and come back out of that. Point the toes forward. You can frame the foot. Come back into your tabletop position. And here, take a child's pose, take a cat-cow. Perfect. Right, and then once you're ready, we're gonna come into a down dog again. Pedal out the feet if that feels good. And then we're going to look forward once again, walk up to the hands. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, press into the heels. And we're gonna rise all the way up to standing. Hands can come to heart center. If you're feeling dizzy at all, you can keep the eyes open for a second. Find a focal point out in front of you. All right, and then I'm gonna have us come sideways on our mat. So I think if you on this side want to face me, you on this, yeah, perfect. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to bring the feet wide, wider than hip width apart. And first to start, let's turn the toes facing those front corners of the mat. Yeah. And then to start, we're going to bring the hands to the tops of the knees, kind of bump the hips back. Yeah. Look over or look towards the right. And then inhale, drop that left shoulder. Exhale to look over your right shoulder. Inhale to come back to neutral. Look towards the left. Inhale, drop that right shoulder. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. And we'll just kind of flow through this at your own pace, exhaling to twist. You can exhale out of the mouth to let go of some of that heat in the body. All right, and then we'll come back to a neutral position, and then we're gonna come back up to standing. All right, so here we're going to inhale the hands all the way up to the sky. And then as you exhale, we're going to come back down with those cactus arms. And then this time we're going to bend the knees as well, like we're coming into a squat kind of. Yeah. Inhale the hands up, straighten the legs. Exhale to sink down into your goddess pose. Again, as you come down, you can think about drawing those shoulder blades in towards one another to engage the arms. Perfect. As you come down, really noticing the strength in the low body and those inner thighs. Feel the grounding in the feet. Just breathe through it. I know it's a little challenging. All right. And then the next time you're down, stay there for just one moment. Perfect. Yeah. Again, feel the strength in that low body. Breathe through it. Yeah. All right. And then inhale all the way back up. You can straighten the legs. Perfect. And then we're going to turn the toes forward this time, keeping them wide. And I'm sorry, I should have said have your blocks handy. We're going to be coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So go ahead, you can bring the hands to the waistline and then bump the hips back to come down into your wide leg forward fold. You can grab onto those blocks here. You may not need the blocks, but I find that I do in this pose. We're going to start cooling the body down. So just take some deep breaths. You can let the head hang loose here. You can play with bending one knee and then the other and kind of swaying the upper body with that movement. Perfect. And then to come out of this, hands can come to the waistline. Draw the navel in towards the spine, press into the heels, and lift all the way up. Perfect. Right, and then we're just gonna make our way down so you can face towards the front of your mat again. Inhale the hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale to your forward fold. Step it back into your tabletop. And then we'll all come into a child's pose. Perfect. Right, and then go ahead and walk the hands towards the right side of your mat for a side body stretch. Inhale to breathe into that left side body. Perfect. And then you can walk it back to the center and then towards the right side of the mat. Or left side, sorry. And then inhale, breathe into that right side body. Perfect. And then you can walk it back to the center. Then press up into your tabletop position. And then here, we're just going to make our way down to the belly. So however you want to get there, doesn't have to be pretty. Perfect. And then you're going to stack the hands on top of one another and then rest the forehead on the hands. So here, just start to kind of sway the hips side to side. It can be fast or slow. This is a great way to release some tension in the low back and the hips. Perfect. And then staying with the hands stacked, we're going to take a thigh stretch on each side so you can lift the left foot up. If you're already feeling a stretch in the thigh here, you can just stay here, or you can reach back with your left hand, grab onto that left foot. And again, forehead can stay down if that feels good. Take a deep breath or two. Perfect. And then you can go ahead and let the left foot go, bring it back down. And then we're going to come into kind of a half frog position with the left leg to start. So while you're still laying down, you can keep the hands stacked. You're just going to bring that knee out to the side. You can be at either a 90-degree angle or a little bit less. This can be a little bit of an opening in the hip. So if you need it to be a little more gentle today, just bring the knee in closer. Here, just breathe. Breathe into the left hip. As you exhale, you can think about that left hip bone and joint just kind of melting into the ground. And once you're ready, you can go ahead and bring that knee back in. And we're going to take those couple stretches this time with the right leg. So first, you can just lift the right foot, reach back with the right hand, grab onto the right foot for a thigh stretch. And only bring the heel as close to the glutes as feels comfortable to you. And you can go ahead and let that go. And then we'll come into that half frog position with the right leg this time. So bring the knee out to a 90-degree angle or a little bit less, whatever feels best to your body today. Again, as you inhale and exhale, you can kind of think about that right hip bone just melting into the ground. Then you can bring that knee back in. Legs can come long. And then we're going to come up onto the elbows for a Sphinx pose. So here, elbows can be kind of right underneath the shoulders. And then kind of think about dragging the yoga mat towards you with the elbows to help open the chest here, just as much as feels comfortable to you. It's great to kind of stretch out psoas in the low body, a nice little back bend. Stay here for one more moment. Perfect. And then we can bring the hands underneath the shoulders this time and press up into a seat. And then now we are going to settle into our meditation. So there's a few options here. You are more than welcome to either sit up or lay down, whatever would feel best to you. We're going to be here for about 15 to 20 minutes, so just be as comfortable as possible. You can, if you want to lay down, you can lay with a bolster underneath the knees, if that feels nice. If you're sitting up, I would recommend either sitting up on the block, the blanket, or the bolster. Just whatever is going to make you feel the most supported and comfortable. You could take a few moments just to find where that place is for you today. So, okay. Once you find where you feel comfortable today, the hands can come wherever it feels best to you. It can be just lying in the lap. If you're lying down, they can come on the body or out to the side. Let's begin by taking some cleansing breaths, just as we did at the beginning of practice. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Soften the space between the eyebrows. Soften any clenching in the jaw. Allow the shoulders to surrender to gravity. And wherever you are, let the hips and the low body melt into the ground. Notice your body on the mat, how the earth holds you effortlessly. In her embrace, you are reminded to let go of the weight you've been carrying and give it back to her so that you can rest in this moment. As we settle into our meditation, I want to offer a gentle reminder that if you find your mind wandering, know that that is not bad or wrong. Your breath is always there to welcome you back home. Going to incorporate a grounding pranayama known as Dirga breath or 3-part breath. I'll first just explain how to do it and then we'll practice together. So for Dirga breath, you'll begin by inhaling the breath down into the belly, then to the diaphragm, and lastly to the chest in one continuous breath. So let's go ahead and practice by, if you would like, you can place the hands on the belly to start. Inhale, send the breath downward, feel the belly rise, and exhale. Inhale once again into the belly, and then exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Then you can place the hands on the diaphragm, just right underneath the ribs. See if you can send the breath just into this space. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then lastly, place the hands on the chest, just right underneath the collarbone. Here, breathe into the chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and once more, inhale and exhale. Perfect. You can let that go. Hands can come to wherever feels most comfortable now. So we're gonna give that a try in one continuous breath. It's okay if at first it doesn't come naturally. You're breathing, and that's all that matters right now. To begin, I'll walk you through the whole thing. So inhale, send the breath down into the belly, then the diaphragm, and then the chest. And exhale, let it all go. Inhale to the belly, to the diaphragm, to the chest, and exhale. Once more, inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest, and exhale deeply. Take this through a few more rounds on your own at your own pace. Once it feels right for you, you can go ahead and let your breathing return to a natural rhythm. Begin to notice the heart space. How does it feel today? Does it feel open and free? Or does it feel a little tight and caved in? There is no wrong answer. Just notice. Now begin to imagine the heart space as a garden. This garden is uniquely yours. It has grown from the foundation of you. You are the sun, the rain, the soil, and the seeds. What have you planted in the garden of your heart space? Maybe there are flowers and fruits in vibrant colors. Maybe there are some seeds that still have yet to grow. Explore what has blossomed and what still has yet to bloom. Now ask yourself, what does my garden need today? Is it craving the warmth of the sun or a deep cleansing rain? Notice if there are any dry or wilting leaves. Do they need some extra love? Or do they need to be cut out to make room for something new? What does your garden need today? With every inhale and exhale that you take, remember that you have everything within you to tend to your garden. You are the warmth of the sun, the healing rain. You have the power to forgive your pain or to let it go with love. Even if just for this moment, rest with the earth and tend to the garden of you. I will call you back in just a moment. Gently welcome yourself back into your body. You can wiggle the fingertips and the toes. Take any soft, gentle movement that would feel good to you right now. Take your time getting there, but we're going to meet in a comfortable seat. Go ahead and inhale the hands all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Give yourself a moment of thanks here. Thank you all so much for being here today. Namaste. Please take your time getting up. There's no rush. Thank you.